A dream takes flight. The significance of August 28, 1963. August 28, 1963. A day etched in history. A day when hope took center stage. On that day, over 250,000 people gathered in Washington, D.C. They marched for jobs and freedom, they marched for equality and justice, and they marched to hear the powerful words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The atmosphere was electric, buzzing with anticipation and a shared desire for change. People from all walks of life came together, united by a common goal. They stood shoulder to shoulder, their voices rising in unison. It was a moment of profound unity. Dr. King stood at the podium, a beacon of hope and resilience. His words resonated with the crowd, painting a picture of a better tomorrow. "I have a dream," he declared, his voice booming with conviction. With those 4 words, he ignited a fire in the hearts of millions.
The March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom, as it was formerly known, was a pivotal moment in the civil rights movement. America in 1963 was a nation deeply divided along racial lines. Segregation was rampant, disenfranchisement was a reality for many African Americans, and the struggle for equality was a daily battle. The march was a culmination of years of activism, protests, and sacrifices. It was a testament to the unwavering spirit of those who dared to challenge the status quo. Leaders from various civil rights organizations came together, putting aside their differences to work towards a common cause. The march was a resounding call for change, demanding equal rights and opportunities for all Americans. It served as a powerful reminder to the nation and the world that the fight for equality would not be silenced. The eyes of the nation were fixed on Washington, D.C. that day.
Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech was more than just a speech. It was a call to action, an articulation of a dream deeply rooted in the American ideal of equality for all. Dr. King envisioned a nation where his children would not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. He spoke of his dream of a day when Black Americans would be free from the shackles of segregation and discrimination. He dreamed of a day when they would be able to exercise their right to vote without fear or intimidation. And he dreamed of a day when all Americans, regardless of race, could live together in harmony and peace. His words resonated deeply with the experiences of Black Americans who had endured years of oppression. But they also spoke to the conscience of a nation grappling with its own identity. It was a message of hope, of unity, and of the possibility of a better future.
Section 4. Echoes of a Dream. Dr. King's enduring impact on civil rights. Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech had a profound and lasting impact on the civil rights movement. It galvanized the nation, putting pressure on lawmakers to address the issue of racial inequality. The speech helped create the momentum that led to the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. These landmark pieces of legislation outlawed discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. They were major victories in the fight for equality, dismantling legal barriers that had long stood in the way of progress. Dr. King's dream was beginning to be realized. But Dr. King's vision extended beyond legislation. He understood that true equality required a fundamental shift in hearts and minds. His message of nonviolence and love in the face of hatred and oppression resonated deeply, inspiring generations to come.
Section 5. A Dream Remembered. Celebrating Dr. King's legacy today. Today, Dr. King's legacy is celebrated annually on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, a federal holiday observed on the third Monday of January. It is a day to reflect on his life and work, to honor his contributions to the civil rights movement, and to reaffirm our commitment to his dream of equality.
Schools across the country hold assemblies and events commemorating Dr. King's life and teachings. His I Have a Dream speech is played in classrooms, reminding students of the power of one voice to inspire change. Community organizations host service projects, encouraging people to give back and make a difference in their communities.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day is not just a day off from school or work. It's a day of remembrance, reflection, and action. It's a day to honor the past, celebrate the progress that has been made, and recommit to the ongoing fight for equality.
Subscribe to our channel for more informative content.